Okay, maybe you can do something with that.
Yeah, yeah, that'll work. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. So good for the aging series. It's like, oh, oh. But it is a
Most
quality.
old people are totally good with it. See,
Oh,
this is the thing: is
they
young
tend to get
people.
a morbid edge as they get older with their humor.
Yes, our younger watchers will go, "Dang," but they'll think it's kind of funny. Our older people will go, "Yeah." I
Hmm.
wake up in the morning and go, "Hey, I'm still here,
Right.
winning." Um,
Woohoo.
no, the older you get, the more you come to grips with your mortality, and it's like,
Right.
and it's not so bothersome anymore. And I think, especially those of us, who are Christians, who are like, of course we're going to die. And that's the right. What we want to do is die well. That's the
Right.
right and proper end to this chapter of our lives. And this is just the first chapter.
Right.
So we don't have to be quite so freaky about that, I think, if we've got proper grounding in the gospel. So
Yeah.
don't have to be quite so glum about it. Yeah, but young people will freak them out. What do you mean? I'm going to die. Yeah, you're going to die.
You's gonna die.
He's going to die, but you better plan for a whole lot between now and then. So, young people,
Young people.
and that is the I guess the postscript on this whole series is while I'm directing it at aging,
Hmm.
this is just good stuff for all of our lives.
Right.
It turns out that one of the things that I have found fascinating about reading this book,
Hmm.
even, it's by a cognitive neuroscientist, and he's focused on successful aging. He's looking at the last, 20, 25 years of your life, maybe 30 years,
Right.
depending on how long you live.
Hmm.
But a lot of as somebody who has studied more child development, I noticed that a lot of the positive suggestions that he's giving about how to keep your brain fit, how to get your body sort of giving you the right nutrients for your brain, how to keep, your sensory systems and perceptual systems lively, all of this stuff is the same advice I would give people raising their preschoolers. It's really interesting that and it doesn't go away in adolescence either. I mean, there's different sort of flexes and nuances, but in general, the principles are the same. Um, uh, like I said, I mean, they're a little different. Of course, there are differences in the lifespan in terms of what we can do, the sorts of things that are appropriate, and so forth. But the general principles seem to be largely the same, regardless of our stage in life. So even if you're not, you know, 65 plus, these are good things that you can apply to your life now. Or if you are a caregiver, you can apply to your kids' lives. So there's something in here for everybody. So
So
hang
it's
in.
successful living.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all this. It turns out we're more alike than different across these ages when it comes to at least the basic principles.
Which, right, when you work with animals, we don't expect massive variance in what they're going to be doing from the time they're small to the end of their lives.
That's true. That's right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
There's definitely a parallel with our dogs. We know, like, if most of us have more familiarity with dogs, and we know, yes, puppies have different needs than elderly dogs, and older dogs maybe don't have as much need for play as a puppy does, just because they can't do it as much. But that doesn't mean you don't play with your older dogs. You still do. They still respond positively to play. Your puppies need, careful diets. So your older ones, they need pet just like the older ones. They need rest just like the older ones. I mean, so much of it really is the same. And I mean, I don't mean to compare us to dogs, but we do compare people to dogs, I guess. Hey, old dogs learn the new tricks. No, old dogs can learn new tricks.
Yep.
But actually, this little rant too, you probably use all of this too somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Only problem is that I'm in it because I'm not muted.
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay. I do
Um,
think it's worth sharing though.